Hi, good evening and welcome to the G Sport on Joy Prime. My name is Miss G, and as usual, every Saturday evening at 6:30 we have a conversation here. It's both the masculine and the feminine side. It's the G Sport where everybody's opinion matters. Now today, I share with you an opinion I've heard that politics is a game of numbers, and they also say that celebrities have the numbers. And so once the celebrities have the numbers, they can become politicians. They can influence decisions made by these politicians. And the politicians will need their numbers to succeed if they choose to mount platforms to tell people about the agenda and what they hold for them, just so that they can win elections. I don't know how true that is to you who's watching, but we've seen here in Ghana many celebs mount political platforms to canvass for your votes for a certain party that they believe in. Today, we get to have that conversation because the aftermath is not always as pleasant as when the elections are beginning. Do celebrities really have the numbers that influence the decisions of politicians? Do you believe them when they mount those platforms to canvass for your votes? Are those things effective? Is it just to garnish or to make beautiful the campaign of the politician? Today on the G-Sport, we get to have that conversation, showbiz and politics. My hair is by Harry's Place, Harry's Professional, and her number is 0243 537 0243537675. She's called Harriet. So when you place a call, tell her you want Miss G style. And then also my makeup was by Gion Aesthetics, and her number is 0243 882318. Let me introduce to you my guest in no particular order. I have Bibi Bright, who is a household name when it comes to movies here in Ghana, and also when it comes to politics. She is the secretary for the Creative Arts Council, and so Nabaina also. And then we have Akosia Hansen, who works with YFM. She's an activist as well. You might have heard about so many of the things she's written about and spoken about when it comes to women. Today we are talking politics on the show. It's showbiz and politics. What does it have in connection? You're welcome, ladies.
Thank you so much.
All right, so let's start with Bibi because Bibi's Abba is in power. I'm sure you are enjoying pressure. I'm sure you are enjoying governance now. You are all around campaigning in 2016. Now this is 2019, and you're enjoying power.
Well, sorry if my voice is husky. I'm battling with the cold.
That's fine.
I'm not going to say I'm enjoying power, but let's just say I'm happy that something I campaign for is actually in power, and they get to deliver what they promise Ghanaians. That's all about it. But I don't think it's a personal thing. I never thought it was a personal thing from the beginning, and I still don't think it's a personal thing for me.
Do you think that your voice made any impact? Your numbers, the numbers you have on social media, the following you had, you think they were convinced by the fact that you wanted them to belong to that or to vote for that party? You think it added any value?
For 2016 campaign, I don't think the numbers really counted, whether I was an actress or not. I was the only female actress to campaign for the MPP. I felt at that time in 2016, Ghanaians just wanted someone to speak up for them. So as an actress, it's not about my movie is out, go buy it. I just posted a picture, go comment, go like, and all that. It's all about thinking for other people who don't have the voice to speak out for themselves. So that was what motivated me to come out to speak, because I felt at that moment Ghanaians wanted change. They wanted a different governing body to govern them. So if Ghanaians didn't want change, then I don't think I would have made any impact or made any difference in the decision making in terms of elections. They wanted change, and the message was what pushed them to vote for the MPP and not the person, myself.
Akosia, is politics something you've ever considered?
Well, yes, I would say I'm political. I'm an activist. I'm political. Politics is not just voting for a
person in power or people in
Politics is every day.
in parliament. Politics is every day. It's you as it's also the citizen. You know, you vote people in power, but the citizen is the one who holds them to account. So for instance, if doomsday keeps happening, if citizens are voicing out, this is them expressing a political grievance. So yes, I am political because I'm an activist for human rights.
You have a voice. You haven't thought of rallying behind any party. Your brother does.
Yes, that's his style.
That's Buddha's brother, sister, sorry. Your brother does.
Yes, he does. Yes, he definitely does. I mean, mine is to use my citizen voice. So, for instance, I do not feel this country is reached where we are when it comes to women's rights. And so that's why I'm a feminist. And with that, my feminism is my political tool and voice, because the citizen is also part of the democratic political process, you know? So this is my politics.
So you would not, even if you were approached to?
It depends. I mean, life changes, you know. Maybe I'll do this for a while and I'll feel that maybe this step is another way to also amplify my activism. It depends. So I can't say I'll never or not. Right now, this is what I feel.
We have two major political parties. You've thought of any?
Nah, let me tell you, honestly, I have a problem with even the politics as it's set up, even how we define what democracy is set up. It doesn't make sense to me that we have two major parties that are voted for either or. And it doesn't make sense to me that in 4 years, just 4 years, people expect a political party to have done numerous things. You know, for me, I feel like the system is already flawed. The fact that we have a kind of like a bi-party, this person and this person, is actually even more flawed, because what happens is when someone comes after 4 years, whatever they build, at the end of the 4 years, the next person comes and is now political. I'll show you what I did. Then they stop projects that happened within the 4 years. You know, so for me, it's very political. I feel like what would actually be productive for us is a system where even if you change leaders every 4 years, the plan still continues. Yeah. You know, if we're building these highways within these 4 years, when the new person comes, they have to continue. You know, it's not that you stop to show that this is then politics doesn't become what it's supposed to be. It becomes a personal thing. This is what I did for you, vote for me. Are you doing it for you, or you're doing it for the fact, yes.
But is that not what it is, Bibi? Is that not what it is, because she's mentioned, but you are an insider. We can only say what we see now. Is that not what you people want, the people who rally behind a certain political party? Do your project. Let's see your project. Don't continue somebody else's project so that we can take the glory for ourselves.
I think what she said is the sad truth. It happens that when this political party comes on, they do what they have to do. They see to what they promised to Ghanaians first, and then whatever the other party did, they stop. And then it goes like, well, this is what I did, this is what I did. It's because they feel that if they should continue and they should commission it, the other political party will be like, oh, it was our idea, we made it happen, you just continue. I think the problem is with both parties and any other politician.
But is it the politician or it is the follower who makes...
System.
Is it the system?
Ghana doesn't have a plan. Defining democracy.
Ghana doesn't have
for
a plan.
ourselves. Thank you. So that's why you would say, I mean, you really had to define it. First of all, it was in 1957 that we changed our form of government at the time, and we inherited the British system at the time of governance, you know. But even then, the British system as it's running now is not how we are running it, you know. So it's like there definitely has to be an overhaul of the system, some kind of revolution, you know, to sit down to define what do we mean by democracy and democratic process, and which is the best that will work for us. That development happens anyway, despite
either ways,
you know.
But then I think that before that change can be made, then the people ourselves are, like she was mentioning, you see, if the other party continues what was started, then you say, oh, we started the project. And we see that every day. So I'm thinking maybe it's a people's problem as well, apart from the system. There's a people's problem that there's a lot expected. Oh, like I said, now buying a was so she's been expected to make her Abain do things that will favor her because she went out there to campaign.
I mean, it's unfortunate.
She's laughing. I'm sure she's been held to some of the things that she said.
No, but that's also not fair, because the thing is, Bibi is an actress, right? And the fact that she's an actress and she cares, she's a citizen of Ghana, and she cares about the country so much that she's chosen that I also want to bring my voice into politics, because the politics is what defines my roads, my payments, the creative arts system, you know, and how to make money out of it and make it more lucrative. So she's used her voice. It's not fair that because she campaigned for a specific party, it has to, when it comes into power, it has to do things to her bidding.
But when you're not delivering what she said,
then she chooses to hold them to account as well, right?
Yes. Yeah. I think I went on Jackie Metro TV, her show last year, and she asked me that, would you come out to criticize the MPP party if something should go wrong? And I told her yes. I just met His Excellency for the first time ever since I campaigned for him, just this Easter.
Wow.
When I endorsed him, I never went to his office to meet up with him. I never went to meet. After the endorsement of his party and himself, I just went straight to work. So this is it. After campaign and everything, I can boldly tell you on your platform that before campaign and after campaign, I haven't received anything for my efforts to their winning. So, and it's good, because if anything should happen to the MPP party right now, I have an NDC or any other political party is selling a better message that I think that would benefit Ghanaians. I can shift, and I'm not a traitor.
Okay. Is it because you didn't receive anything? But if you did receive something, then it would be difficult.
If you see, the truth of the matter is, there's a saying, say, "Obi your papa no how." Do you understand? If I should ever receive anything for my efforts towards the campaign, then they have me by my hands. The little shift I shift is like, after we did this for you, after we gave you this, after we changed your life, this is what you do to us. You're a traitor, and now because NDC is offering something higher, you were going. But no, I don't have that side to my name. And I like that.
And you're content with what is happening now?
Yes. No, let me tell you something. I had a chance to go to Commander High School, just when the free SHS had established. And when I got there was this lady crying. And I was like, I went to her. I was like, Mami, almost won't you Bibi Anna? She was like, Debbie. I'm like, almost you Bibi Anna. She kept crying. And she said, this is her first child in all the 5 children to go to school, in terms of go beyond JSS. She was crying, her daughter was crying, and I had goosebumps all over me. And I'm like, if I should campaign for the citizen of Ghana, for a common citizen, and to see her benefit education for her child, which has never happened before in her family, that is my pay. You get? When I see Ghanaians coming on air, on TV, going like, "Yada benya say, ma yesadia ma yada ma say, in the hospital that is my pay." Because I did not campaign for MPP. I used the MPP platform to spread a message, to send a signal to Ghanaians. Listen, let's try this party. Let's go for the change. Do you get it? So if right now NDC should come and NDC should say something, I'm looking at MPP like this, I'm like, okay, all right, cool. I want to go to NDC.
All right, so this is just the beginning of the discussion, politics and showbiz. We get to have the men join us. Let's hear what they think. Then when we all come back, we have the battle of the sexes. That's when we'll hear why it's difficult for a lot of women to venture politics. We'll be back after the break.